Turned on. Perfect. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Good to be back today. We're going to keep doing some exploring like we were last time. Hopefully, get our title finished off today. Maybe we'll do a little bit extra. I'm not too sure yet. But before I do completely jump into exploring and everything, I want to yap a little bit and fill everyone in, get everyone updated with the truck situation, and apparently there's something freaking happening next door, so yeah, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit, and then yeah, we'll probably jump in, do some more exploring, and see what we find. So with that, let's pop in here. And hello, Mr. Johnny Bungman. It's nice to see you. Welcome back. Always good to have you here. And yeah, I saw your little thing about hailstorm. So I figured, you know what, I'll be nice. We'll throw some hailstorm in too. Why not? Okay. But you could do great. Thanks, man. Good to freaking see you too. Definitely been a bit. But yeah, no, like I was saying, freaking apparently something has happened next door. I don't honestly know if my neighbor is still with us. I have no idea. I basically woke up this morning, went out for a smoke like I usually do, and then there was some dude with a white GMC that kind of looked like my neighbor's GMC but different. But I mean, a lot of those GMCs in those years, they all look the same, right? But yeah, he was out here on the phone, whatever, and it's like, okay, no big deal. Come back in, and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot the garbage can. So I walk back out to the curb, or it was a little bit later, I think. And yeah, I go back out, and then next thing you know, there's freaking like three cops outside plus this truck, and I'm like, what is going on here? Something happened? Like, I don't know what's going on. And I mean, like, since then, I've come back inside, done other stuff, freaking. What the fuck, right? Right? Like, what the fuck? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. And hopefully, no dead, but I haven't seen anything yet. So, I can't say for sure. I'm not saying for sure. I just, no idea. But I went out earlier, and there was three cops, four cops. No, three cops. One of them was parked basically in front of our driveway. And then there was one in front to the side, basically like where I would park my Ford in front of my neighbor's place, kind of. There's one parked there. There's one parked just off basically its driver uh back fender kind of thing. And then yeah, there was another one up the street. And I was like, what is going on here? And then, of course, it was like, oh crap, we have no creamer and we're running out of milk. I need to run to the store. But there's a cop car in my way. Um, what do I, okay. So I, of course, I start the truck because, well, it's a diesel and I gotta let the freaking truck warm up, right? Like, I'm, diesels, you can't just get in, start it, and go. Like, you will blow up a diesel doing that. So, of course, you let it run, you let it warm up. And then eventually, like, while it was warming up, the one that was parked in front of the driveway, kind of in the road, pulled off and actually parked on like the other side of the street, so they were out of the way. And I was actually able to turn and, back out and turn around and get out and go to the store. And then I freaking got back from the store and I sat here for a minute and I was like, oh crap, I forgot to grab something else. because I went and asked Mom if I could grab something else too, and she's like, yeah, no problem, go for it. And it's like, I came back and I was like, oh crap, I forgot to freaking. So of course, I have to go back out, get back in the truck, turn out again. Still, I think the one that was up the street left. So it's just the two. And then, yeah, I went back to the store, grabbed what I forgot, came back, and that was about 1 o'clock ish. Like it's 10 after 2 for me right now. So about an hour ago, I got back and the cops were still sitting here. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are actually still sitting here. And now there's actually a fire truck here. And from what I've seen what looked like a crew of guys in almost like hazmat level suits going in. And yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, no, they're still freaking here. Am I okay? Oh yeah, we're fine. I'm just more curious as to what's going on. So I'm kind of sitting here and like peeking out my window because I know they can't see me if I do it right. Like I can look out my window, but freaking you can't see me basically looking out my window. So it's kind of nice. I can kind of hide somewhat, scope out what's going on. But yeah, that's happening next door. And like it's not even like a 2 or 3 doors down next door, it's like literally next door. So I don't know if the dude beside us is all good or not, but something is happening. I have no idea what. I just walked out and there's a whole bunch of people. So yeah. It's one of those situations of I even thought about moving. Like once I saw the fire truck pull up, I was like, I might have to move the truck, don't I? Hang on, I can't move the truck. I had hoot before stream. So, that's not happening. I was like, nope, screw it. I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna start stream. And freaking, uh, yeah. But yeah, from what I've seen, like, I've seen guys in like 3 different kinds of freaking, like, suits from stuff you would see like painters kind of use to like seal themselves in so they don't get covered in paint to yeah like almost like hazmat level gear and still 2 cop cars, a fire truck, like an actual like big fire truck, and then one little 3/4 ton fire trucks, I'm guessing for supplies or something. Stay where I am. Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm literally just sitting in my room. I ain't going anywhere. I don't have to go anywhere. Well, definitely one nice thing. I can stretch for a second. It's yeah, I can just sit here. I can kind of just peek what's going on, and I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to do anything. But yeah, that's basically the situation that's happening next door. And then yeah, when it comes to frickin' Buddy's truck, we gotta pull the motor out of it now, which is gonna be a little bit of a chore. I'm not really looking forward to that. Oh. Yeah, no, we went through and we did basically a whole bunch of stuff with the oil system, and even with a high volume oil pump that's supposed to just hold consistently at a certain oil pressure, it's not. It'll get up to almost there, and then it'll start dropping again. And it's like, okay, all right. So, motor's coming out, which is not gonna be fun. I'm not worried about stuff like the motor mounts and like taking off the intake to connect it to crane or hoist, whatever. It's gonna be more friggin' getting all the electrical clips and the wiring friggin' undone to pull the motor. So, yeah, there's gonna be that adventure with that truck. I actually got my truck to frickin' sit and idle and run on its own without booster cables on it. So that's a bonus. Now, plan is at some point I want to try and see if I can sneak it up to Riley and maybe get some of the welding that needs to be done. And then we can just go from there. Get like the exhaust stuff done, clamps on the cab, probably shock mounts. Cause yeah, I'm not too worried about doing the floor out there, especially being that I don't have extra metal right now. So that's gonna be a little bit of pain. Have to get some sheet metal or something to frickin' weld in, rivet in. Because I mean, I even went to the frickin' shop and I asked them, it's like, when it comes to this inspection, do I actually need to put another floor pan in? Or can I just throw like a chunk of metal in and as long as it's sealed, it's good? And they're like, well, it doesn't really matter very much as long as it's sealed, it's good. So I'm like, you know what? Works for me. I don't care if it looks good or not. It's an old farm truck. Yep, definitely. Seal is good. Especially on that freaking floor on the driver's side. Oh my god. There's like almost no floor left. Like literally almost no floor left. That's freaking ridiculous. Like, I thought it was a little bad at first, but now that I actually, took the carpet out, took the freaking other things out, and I could actually, like, see it, it is freaking, it is horrible. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Well, I think they're done whatever they were doing. One cop has left already, and the motorcycle sitting in front of the truck. So, I think whatever situation will happen next door, I think is dealt with. We'll probably hear about it later. It's gonna cost me. Oh, yeah. It's definitely gonna cost a little chunk. Although, having knowing people that, can weld and everything else, it's really just a matter of freaking getting the metal and stuff to basically put back in, right? Because then it's basically you just like lay it in there and weld it in. Because I was planning on sealing it all anyway. So I'm not too worried about it rusting. It's just a matter of I gotta actually get sealing in a short enough time after I friggin' get the floor done. But as long as I can get that, we should be good. And then when it comes to doing other stuff, it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I'm hoping it'll just stay at the point that it is and it actually runs. My bad. Cause yeah, if I can get to a point where I literally just put a little bit of power to it and it starts and just runs on its own, that's great. Just means all I gotta do is replace the battery. But I know it'll sit there and it runs on its own. I don't have to worry about it. So that makes the job a lot easier. And then, yeah, once everything else is welded on and back in place, it's basically ready. And then once the floor gets done, we're good for bodywork pretty much. I mean, until I start actually, replacing and other stuff. Because I went looking and I don't know what the prices have been like recently. And it's been a little bit since I've looked, but I can replace the entire front clip and like front fenders, front ends, everything, hood for like not very much, like astonishingly cheap for what it is. And I was like, oh crap, okay, well that's probably going to be an option down the road. But till then, it's pretty much get the floors done and then I think the only thing left after that is I have to actually mount and wire the frickin' horn, but that's gonna be a little bit of an adventure. I might just end up saying screw it and go and buying another like stock kind of horn. Because yeah, I tried testing mine. Because the way the mine was set up, it's basically the little trumpet, but what mounts it to the truck is actually where it grounds out, so it doesn't have a ground on it. And then the only wire going to it is a power wire. But I even tried to, like with it mounted, grounding out, like I even put a new bolt on it and everything, so it should be good. But I literally took a wire, put it from the positive freaking terminal of the running Duramax, and went to hook it up. Alright, like I had it hooked up on the horn, and I had just the other end of the wire out so I could, try it. And yeah, touch the positive, touch power, nothing. Yeah, the horn in the dually. No, it literally has one wire going onto it that's power, and it grounds out through the way it's mounted onto the metal. But even touching that to an actual good battery of a truck that's running, and there was no sound coming out of the horn. So I think the horn itself might be done for, but I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I do have another one. It's like a mock little fake like air horn kind of thing. And frickin' it I'm not expecting it to put out much sound of anything at all or even sound close to an air horn. But it's kind of at the point of it really just needs to be something that makes noise when I hit a button. So, and when I bought it, like, it is technically classified as a horn. They try and call it an air horn, but I don't really see it. But okay, they want to call it an air horn, they'll call it an air horn. So, get that wired in. And then technically after that, that truck should actually pass an inspection. Yeah, they try, right? Yeah. Yeah, they definitely try and pull some stuff off as, oh, it's this, but it's not really this. Especially when it comes to like auto parts. Definitely a thing. What else happened recently? Oh, I guess another part of frickin' Buddy's truck I actually didn't. I'm pretty sure I remember. I think I told everyone this, that I accidentally snapped the bolts for the oil cooler line. So I had to buy new ones. I didn't have to buy new ones, but I bought new ones because I broke them, right? So that's just what you do. Um, so I went and bought new ones. A little bolt that is maybe 2 inches long, like not even quarter of an inch thick, was 14 bucks a piece. I ended up spending, I think after taxes, like 33 bucks on 2 bolts. So, and then of course, since they broke, it was a matter of getting the threaded part out of the oil pan. Yeah, 14 bucks a bolt. Yep. Like, I remember back when I had a white 2013 F-150, and I frickin', yeah, you remember my F-150, like, um, I remember the cab on that thing was freaking huge for a half ton, but I had to go and buy an exhaust bolt from Ford because I lost one. That one was about 14, 15 bucks. But I mean, that exhaust bolt was freaking like 6 or 7 inch long bolt meant to actually like go into the exhaust to hold it together like that, and like special like heat treated bolt and stuff. So like that one kind of made sense that it was like 14 bucks for the bolt. But two tiny ones for 14 bucks a piece. That's like okay. Like I get it. Usually you don't find them really anywhere, but ouch. And then it was a matter of get back out there, crawl back under the truck, pull the little piece for the oil cooler line away from the oil pan, try and get a grab on the little bit of threads that are sticking out of the oil pan. Luckily, we fluked out, and it didn't actually take much. Like, as soon as I actually, like, grabbed them with, like, vice grips, they were basically, like, free turning. So, it was just a matter of grabbing them and turning them just enough that I could actually start grabbing them by hand. And by the end, they both actually turned out by hand. So, we got extremely lucky. We fluked out there, because if we wouldn't have fluked out, we probably would have had to have dropped the diff again, dropped the oil pan again, probably drill it out, retap the holes. So I am very happy that it just unscrewed itself by hand. We fluked out there very much. And then, yeah, we freaking by hand. Yeah, I managed to actually get it by hand. We got very lucky. Very, very lucky. Because, yeah, like I said, if they would have been seized in there even a little bit more, or like not any threads out at all to grab, we would have had to literally have dropped everything and pulled everything again just to get them out. So, yeah, I'm very happy we didn't have to. So it was a matter of basically just get those out, put the new ones in, and instead of using a freaking socket wrench that I was using, I went in with an actual small freaking like hand wrench, like crescent wrench, and tightened them up that way. So they're snug on there, they're tight, but they are not broken. Oh, apparently. Oh, Mike didn't like that. Oh, my bad. My bad, my bad. Okay. Yeah, new armor is definitely gonna be on the list at some point, but we'll get there. Dead area, Rick. Yeah. Accidentally had the arm in the mic, and apparently I didn't like it. I unplugged it a little bit, so got it back in. We're good. Broken. Let's see. We're gonna. Now I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. Oh crap! Memory has gone to shit. um, it was the broken bolts in the oil pan, I do believe. Cause yeah, I was talking about how we fluked out that there was enough thread poking out that we were able to grab it, turn it a bit, and then turned them out by hand. So we got very lucky there. So we didn't actually have to drop the diff or anything else. And then yeah, it was basically put everything else back together after that, because that was the first thing we did when I got out there. Because that was pretty much the reason we stopped last time. Was because, yeah, I broke the bolt and we were at a point of like, okay, well, let's just call it for the night. It's already a bit late. Right, we'll stop here, so we already know what we have to do. We know what step we're on. Right. So we did that. Waited a couple days because I had to wait a day for the bolts to come in. And then, yeah, we went out, pulled the pieces of the other bolts, the ones that broke out, put the new ones in. I tightened them with a tiny little, like, not really crescent wrench, but a normal, like, wrench. So that way I didn't over tighten them and break them. Because, yeah, I wasn't doing that again. That'd be another 33 bucks I don't need to spend. Um, and then, yeah, we put everything back together. We ran it. We got, well, we got everything torqued down underneath. Because we did have to drop the pan to get to the oil pump. But we didn't actually, like, completely drop the pan. We just dropped it down, like, an extra, like, inch or two for more room. So, yeah, we got that tightened back on, torqued down, everything underneath tightened on. Got the harmonic balancer back on, got the belts back on. The only thing we didn't actually end up putting back in was the fans. But that's also because we didn't really need the fans. And then, yeah, we fired it up, we ran it to make sure, test it. Because we still had the manual gauge on it at that point. We didn't have the oil pressure sensor in. And then, yeah, that's when we found out it was still having issues with oil pressure. Even, like, idling, when you rev it up real quick, it comes up a tiny bit. If you bring it up and hold it, I think it just holds. I don't think it comes up, but it's still lower than what it should be by about 10 to 20 psi ish. So, yeah, there's definitely something going on. And we basically hit the point yesterday of we ran it with the manual gauge. We looked at it, and then we're like, okay, we'll kill it. We'll pull the intake back off. We'll put the oil pressure sensor back in, just to see if, the sensor is actually reading, right? And then, so we put the sensor back in, got that connected, got that. With the amount of intake manifolds and stuff that we have done, we've got to the point where I can pull an intake manifold in about 15 minutes. And the worst part is, the only thing I usually have an issue with on those ones is the fuel line when it doesn't want to cooperate sometimes. But I figured out a little trick for that, so. But, yeah, I've hit the point of I literally can pull, like a GM, Chevy GMC, like 5.3, 6 liter, those kind of things. I can pull those intake manifolds in about 15 minutes now. So, it's not entirely a bad thing, and it doesn't take long to do. Once you remember all the stuff, right? Like, it's basically just undo some vacuum lines, undo a couple connectors. Trick when it comes to the fuel line, especially if it's one of those little, like, metal ones on the end of the fuel rail. And you got the little, it's a little clip tool, kind of. It slides over the tube on the fuel rail and basically pushes into the line and pushes it off the other line that has what's the word for it? It's like a rounded end, flared end kind of thing on the end of the line. So you got to get it over that, and then it just pops right off. But I find if you actually, once you get your little tool in, because it's just a little plastic thing, once you get that on the line, you push it in a little bit, grab the fuel line itself, and actually pull it towards you a little bit, like into the intake manifold, and it actually lets a little bit of tension off, so you can slide the tool in, and then it slides right back off. So that's the little trick with those that I figured out. Just pull it in, and you should be able to push your tool in all the way, and then it should just come off. And that is, for the most part, the trickiest part about taking off those intake manifolds. Because, yeah, like I said, other than that, it's a couple vacuum lines, a couple electrical connectors, and then you gotta undo the fuel injector connectors. But that's not hard, they're all nice and like right there, right up top. So you literally can just pop all the locks on them and then just pop all the clips off. And then the only thing after that is the 10 bolts that go down the side of the intake manifold. But they're horrible to get at. Like, you can go in with a normal, like, 3/8 drive socket wrench, put like maybe 6-inch extension on it, put your socket on. It's a 10 mil socket, and you just go in by hand, and you should have no issues undoing them. They are a little weird to take out, just because there's a flared end. Like, it's kind of a bolt in a tube kind of thing. It's hard to explain without actually, like, having one to show. I wouldn't even know how to frickin' look it up. It's okay. But yeah, basically you pull the 10 bolts out, and then you literally can just grab the fuel rails, because you didn't take them off, they're still on, and you can just lift the entire thing right out. So, taking an intake manifold off is definitely not the hardest thing to do. And I've definitely noticed, like, the more I've been helping Buddy with his truck and how deep we've been getting into it, like, we've been into pretty much most of the oil system. We had to do a little bit with the timing because a tensioner got broken. So we had to, make sure everything was timed right and put a new tensioner in, stuff like that. We pulled the valley pan right off the top of the motor. Like, you pull the intake manifold and the plate that's on the top of the motor underneath that. We pulled that because that's where his DOD and stuff is. Basically, it like deactivates a couple cylinders as you're driving to save on fuel and such. But we pulled that out, replaced the entire gasket that was under there that we found breaks in, put that back in, and yeah, it's still having issues. But yeah, basically, with helping with all that, I now look at mine sitting out back. I mean, granted, yes, mine is 50 years old. But I look at mine and I'm like, oh wow, this would be so easy. Like, it's just, I undo this, and that comes off, and oh wow. Okay, this is really easy. But that's also why I bought a 50-year-old truck. I wanted it to be easier. And, right, I actually have room to work on it. Like, I would have no issues crawling in with mine. But crawling under his and trying to, like, sit up in front of the engine to, like, look at timing and other such, like, is definitely cramped in there with the hard lines and such that you can't really move. Figure, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's definitely been a bit of advice from other people, watching videos. Although I do find it amusing how this originally all started. Because he asked me if was willing to drive out and help him pull off the intake manifold to replace the oil pressure sensor. And I was like, sure, why not? Right? Like, I haven't seen him for a while and haven't heard anything, so yeah, no, I got no issues going to help. And it basically turned from an oil pressure sensor to all of this. And basically a whole new freaking oil system. Like, is. Yeah. And now we're at the point I find out pretty much as I'm starting stream. It's like, yeah, no, figure we're gonna have to pull the motor. It's like, yeah, I had a feeling we were gonna have to pull the motor. Because I freaking. Yeah, with all this and we're still not getting the right oil pressure and it's not constant, yeah, there's definitely something else. So, the motor, we figure, well, not figure, we gotta get the motor basically pulled by the 16th, so we have about 10 days to get the motor either ready to pull or pulled already. And we were talking about it yesterday before I left, and I'm figuring, or at least I think, it would probably be easier if we pulled it out as a long block instead of a short block. Long block just means it has the transmission on it. Short block is just the motor, no transmission. So, but with the way it is, I figure it'll be probably a lot easier to pull the motor and transmission as one, so you don't have to fight with all the bell housing bolts that are up top. Right? Because usually to get those, you gotta do like 6 freaking extensions plus a whole bunch of stuff, and like I don't really want to have to deal with fighting with bell housing bolts on the transmission to separate them in the truck. Like when it's out of the truck to separate them, it takes nothing, right? Like you just lean over and you crack them all loose, take them all out. But yeah, trying to do it in the truck is just a pain. So I figure with his truck at least, as long as we can actually get all the electrical connections, everything undone, we can get the exhaust undone, like get the manifolds kind of thing. We literally can just pull the motor like straight out the front of the truck and go that way. Okay. How long have we been? Oh, well, crap. Definitely did not think I was yabbering that long. God damn. Alright. That's okay. I don't mind yabbering a little bit. Cause yeah, that's freaking. Oh. So, plan is at some point basically get his motor ready to pull before the 16th, before he goes up to work, because he got a job going up north to work, which is great for him. He's gonna make a good bit of money doing it. So, just I have a feeling there's definitely gonna be a bit more we're doing to that truck. But I was figuring, it's like, I've gone out, I've ate the cost for a lot of gas and diesel going out to help, and plus the working out there, right? Like, I figure it's, a little bit of repayment. It's like, hey, can you give me a hand with my truck, get some of the welding and stuff, and, help me get running, all that, right? Like, basically, one way I kind of put it is that I would like to have two trucks up and running by spring kind of thing, right? So, at some point, I got to pull the Ford out of the back, bring it around front, throw some more fuel in it, and then grab stuff, basically whatever I need, and freaking take it out of town. Probably go north out of town on the gravel, and just avoid everyone. It would probably be easiest, especially considering it doesn't have anything on it. Yeah, I'd have to take the stacks and stuff, and pretty much as long as I could just sneak it up there and we can get some of the welding and stuff done, should be good. I mean, like, I probably could find a trailer somewhere and trailer it up there. Like, that would technically be the proper way to do it, but uh, maybe. I don't know. I don't really see the point in trailering it if it'll actually drive out there itself, so. And then, yeah, we can friggin' pull it up or in the driveway, whatever, and freaking get the exhaust welded back up. Probably put shock mounts in. If I can get hardware, probably put the shocks in. And then at least that way, that's all done. And then it's just a matter of getting out to the other place, get the floors done, and freaking been sitting here looking, applying for jobs, everything else. But of course, I haven't heard anything back yet. Oh, but what do you do, right? Alright, so I guess we should probably jump in and start freaking exploring. So, I guess I'll switch us over here. And switch our category real quick here. Whoop. Alright. Get that up and going. Alright. And I'll just quickly let it fire up here for a second. I don't think it should be horribly loud. Usually, stuff on a little bit quieter side. I guess we will find out in a second. I also am not sure how loud the TV is behind the monitors, so that might throw me for a little bit of a loop. There we go. Load. I knew I should have fired this up a little earlier. It's always the first time. It's one thing I've noticed. It's always the first time in the day you fire it up, it's just... Okay, give me a minute. I'll get there. Okay, getting there. I have a list. I have a list. I have a name. Ah, there we go. Oh. Okay. Yeah, nope. Alright. Whatever it was next door is done. Days go on. It's almost like it never happened. Okay, what do I got? Oh, no, it's very nice. Enter. Oh yes, we finished off Shadowlands last time, that's right. So I think the only one we have to do is Battle for Azeroth, and I think that gives us our title. And then we need, well, I don't need, but there is, I do believe, more for like the Maw and other stuff. But I don't really feel like running around the Maw. So, like, a lot of people hate on Shadowlands, and I mean, I get it, it wasn't the best expansion. But I mean, it was actually not horrible. Right? Like, I don't know. I don't think it was honestly that horrible. I found it kind of nice to level through, actually. Just for the fact of, it felt like a really quick leveling experience. Like, because you would basically go to, like, the first zone, which usually, I think for everyone, was Bastion. And, you know, where you went after that kind of depended, I thought. I don't quite remember. It's been a bit, right? Of course, that was Shadowlands. Sorry, like me. Yeah, no, I don't quite remember if there was a specific order that everyone had, or if it was different for everyone. But I'm pretty sure everyone started in Bastion. But yeah, you would basically, like, you would jump in, you would do the campaign. That really did not feel that long. Like, I don't know if they might have, like, shortened it recently or what, but it honestly just doesn't feel that long. And then you basically, once you've done that, you're sent back to Oribos, and then sent out to the next area. And you do the same thing. And you do it 4 times. Here, I'll actually, now that we're finally loaded in, I'll jump us on in here. Come on, load. Thank you. Yeah, if we pull up the Shadowlands, right, like, Oribos is the center. And then basically, like, you would come out to Bastion, you would do a campaign out here, you'd come back, and then you'd go to, like, Ardenweald, or you'd go to, like, Maldraxxus. And then you'd go do a campaign, and then you come back, go do the other one, come back, go to Revendreth, come back, right? And that was about it. If you did, like, just the main campaign, it usually was enough to actually level you up pretty much entirely. But of course, when you first get to Shadowlands, you start in the Maw, because that's where it drops you. and then eventually you essentially break out of the maw, get to Oribos. Oh, pardon me. And then that's where that all starts, right? Because they're sitting here like, what the crap? How did you break out of the maw? This is impossible. How? And then, right, you go through your whole thing, and then you start your quest, going around trying to tell people, like, hey, the jailer is doing this, and he's the bad guy, and, right, like, I don't know. I just found, like, actually running through the zones felt like a really quick leveling experience. And I kind of liked it for that. Because, like, I remember starting a new character, and I think this was me and Mr. Johnny Bumhead, actually, if I remember right. But we each started a new character. I was on my dad's account, he was on mine. And started a new character, and we started in, I think it was Wrath of the Lich King. And just the introduction and starting quests and everything, it felt like it took forever. And we didn't even get that far. Like, I think we were level, like, 15. And it's like, characters haven't done anything since. I mean, to be fair, we haven't played World of Warcraft since together. But, like, just the leveling experience of it, I was like, I don't know, it wasn't really. But then you get stuff, BFA, I find, was another decent one, speed-wise. It is going to be a bit more of the more recent stuff that I'll probably like a little bit more for that reason. Like, don't get me wrong, I do still like the content from the older stuff. Like, I did start playing in the Burning Crusade, right? Like, I've been playing this game for, I can't really say that. On and off, I've been playing depending on, computer, right? Just for a bit, we just didn't have any computers that would come close to being able to run it or anything, and then finally got some that could, and it's like, alright. And then we upgraded a little bit more. Now we're pretty much where we are. And, I can run it, and we're running at, well, to be fair, like, I am sitting here in the middle of freaking, like, nowhere, but we're sitting here constant 60, so I can't complain. And I mean, I'm even able to stream it and hold a constant 60, so that's even more of a bonus. But yeah, so let's look. Okay, we did get Shadowlands. That's right, because yeah, we're not going to be able to do the midnight ones yet. So yeah, Battle for Azeroth is our last one. Oh, apparently I'm almost done pest control too. And, oh, okay, maybe not. Definitely some books there. But, as for our title, we literally just need Zandalar, Kultiros. So yeah, we get our BFA Explorer, and we are good. So, we need to go home. Coffee break. Okay. over. Let me set that real quick. Oh, wait, right. Mail. And I finally got my freaking Mechano hogs to sell. The 2 mounts I was trying to sell, I finally got them to sell. But I could not get the moles to sell. And has kind of bugged me. Because, I mean, right now they're not actually going for damn much. Like, when I first started putting these up here, people were trying to sell them for, I think it was 9,900 gold? Like, just about 10,000 gold for a toy that gives you a mailbox. And it has since dropped to 740 gold to buy one. Like, I could go like 5 gold cheaper and undercut them, but I'm like, eh. They still probably won't sell that quick anyway. But I did take some of the money from selling the Mechano hogs and went bought a couple more supplies. So we have most of the expensive stuff to make another one to sell. So that's good. Considering the last 2, I think, brought me 31,000 gold each. So, decent little gold, but if you can actually get people to buy them. But yeah, like a couple of these parts, like these ones, you need to go up to Northern End, go find a specific person, and only she sells them, and she only sells them if you have your Northern Engineering at like 75, and all this other stuff. I can make another molly. I also have Jeeves. That's something I could do. There's lots of stuff. Oh, there is. Oh, where are you? Northern Engineer. I have the. Do I just need to go find the trainer? Oh. Okay, well, we might have to do that in our adventure today, too, real quick. I didn't even think to check some of the older profession stuff for decor items. That's the one nice thing. Player housing is finally a thing in World of Warcraft. It took them 20 years, but player housing is here. It is a thing. Pandaria, Northrend. No, I need Soldazar. Bose. Downstairs. Okay, what all did they put down here? Oh yeah, Zoldazar right there. Suna. Silvermoon. Oh, they put a distinction in for the Burning Crusade Silvermoon. Oh. Okay. Okay. Like we all knew Silvermoon was getting a little bit of revamp and stuff. And Midnight. So, it's definitely nice to see them getting ready for it. Come on. And I've heard that I'm definitely not the only one that has this issue. It kind of like stopping right here through the bar. I hear that's a thing actually a few people have. There we go. Okay, oh fire. Yeah, I know I have a little chunk of it. Izmir. Okay. Fire. Right. I did that. There's a quest chain somewhere I think I'm supposed to follow from that to get to Mechagon. I think. If I remember right. But right now, we're just gonna fly north and go discover a map. Yeah, I know there's a little bit up here we need. Not to mention we can find some stuff along the way. That's me. Okay, we actually still in. Oh, there's a Brutusaur there. Okay, it's part of. Okay. I see. Apparently, I need to, once we're done here, I need to fly a little lower and see what we can find. Oh, never mind. I have to visit the stable master first. I have no room to tame anything. Right, name Devilsaur. I have to remember you're here. What else do we... Hang on a second. Oh. Okay. Not quite up my alley for a pet, but definitely something to keep in mind. Let's get back in this old start. So we need to go this way. And what else we got here? Is that another one that I see? Yes. Oh, he's probably one that. Okay. Never mind. Progress, bats. Like, don't get me wrong. Not bad. Not bad. Let's get up in the Voldoon. Not quite there yet. I'd like to actually finish off Nesmir first. Just need to try and figure out where possible areas are that I actually need. Okay, I don't know how I just did that, but apparently I just did that. Okay. Oh, these are the little, oh, great, little mushroom guys. Oh, there we go. That's what we were missing. Okay. What you doing? Right. Put up another couple little bursts here. While we're on our way. And we'll do. I'm not worried about this altar. I just want map.
Contain their soldiers before they spread too far. Then we'll deal with the roots of the problem.
Yeah, y'all can have fun with that. I'm good. Oh, that's a Hydra. Oh, oh, hold up, hold up. This is a little bit more up my alley. Being I have one. Pretty sure it's the same model as the one I have. But that is an actual named one. Oh, old Stumpy. Okay, do I still have... I do. I gotta figure out how to get more of these. Okay, you know what? You know what? Good. Using it. An interdimensional companion repository. Basically a portable stable master. Yeah, I have one. Like I said, it's just not named one. That's all. We're gonna go like this. And we're gonna put everyone in the stable real quick. And then we can just go jump down. Not even close enough for a Beastler. Pretty sure he should be tameable. So, let's find out. Basically just waiting for my Beastler to be within range. Okay, I thought so. He is tameable. Yeah, we'll just do this. Boom, let him get frozen. Bam. Now we have a named Hydra that matches our other Hydra. This is one reason I do like exploring and stuff too, because I had no idea this guy was even out here. So, like, it's pretty cool to be able to come out and find stuff like this. It's also why I haven't emptied out my pet slots too. So if we find more, I can actually tame them. But yeah, I know it's basically like just the basic like Hydra model and stuff, but that's okay. Find me a friggin' cool looking Hydra or a friggin' really cool looking cat. Oh, that's right, we gotta go up to the Molten Front and get that one again. That's right, I forgot about that. I'll have to do that after we finish up some of this then.
No matter the field or the foe, we fight with honor, hero. Show these Alliance dogs what it means to be whole.
Okay, some of that. This, and then we gotta turn in. Alright, what do we need for Full Dune? Red Rock Harbor. Well, someone tell me that's probably down here. It's probably like right down here, isn't it? Sneaky, sneaky buggers. Oh, there's... Okay, Pterodax is out here. Red Rock Mesa? Okay, I think it's safe to say we're probably pretty close. And my guess was probably right. Red Rock Harbor, there we go. Okay, so that's Nazmir and Vol'jin done. Okay, let's just land for a second here. Okay, so it is. I think we have to go over here. Yeah, I think right up along the coast here probably is where we have to go. I think. Actually, I mean, I've done a pretty decent chunk of Zoltazar, so. Oh, oh, of course. There we go. Waterfall. Okay. Yeah, definitely a different point of view here when you're looking down at everything. You see some stuff usually you don't see or you wouldn't think of, right? Make it easy. We'll start at the top and just slide in on. Here, oh, what's this? Oh, yeah. That's what I thought. I had a feeling it was gonna be the outer edge. There we go. Yeah, I didn't think that one would be too bad. Yeah, so that's the main three. Sagittarius, Papyrus. We do have to make our way over here. So I gotta figure that out. But nice thing is, the port's right up here. Oh, seriously? Really? Frickin' trees. Port. And let's go.
The war chief's will be done.
No, that would probably, yep, okay, yep, that would probably be what we're looking for.
Speaker of the Horde, my queen.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
The Banshee's whale is prepared to depart at a moment's notice.
Good. Work with our champions
Yeah,
to
why not?
determine where we will secure a foothold first.
As you command, War Chief. The Zandala...
See it done, and dispatch reports of your progress to me.
We will not fail you. Safe journey, my lady.
Farewell, Nathanos.
Get moving.
Loktar, speak, friend. For the Horde.
Aye. Get moving.
There we go. Okay. Now that we got that. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff I didn't quite get a chance to completely play, so. Okay. Let's turn this in real quick.
Trollhall. May your blades
I'm okay. Thanks, though. Thanks for getting me here. That's all I needed. Alright, zoom our way back out. Away we go. Even finally coming to check out some of the stuff out here. This is my first time ever actually coming out here. Like, I've been over to Mechagon because I had to do, I was doing the one quest for decor items from the one dude in Orgrimmar. But that was about it. Oh, hold up. What's going on here? Is it? Oh, oh no, it actually just freaking DC'd me. Okay. Alright. Well. Okay then. Was not expecting that. Oh, I guess I'll just go for the reconnect. Don't know if it wasn't expecting me to just kind of jump off the boat and go flying everywhere, or... But I guess we will, log ourselves back in here. Yeah, I was definitely not expecting a DC, but it happens. It's just because I was over... oh, probably. Okay, so then we'll turn it out this way. Get some of it. Hopefully we're able to go over places and be just fine. Yeah, I'm not here. I'm not trying to pick fights with anyone. I just want to do some exploring, see what's around, uncover the map, get some achievements. That's all I really want. And then, yeah, after this, I wanna, like I was saying, I wanna head out to the Molten Front to go see if there is a cat or a crab out there. Which I imagine there should be. I don't know if anyone's actually got in there since frickin' the Cataclysm. Mm-hmm. Dang, those. Why don't these ones want to go? Or am I just not going at it the right way? Oh, no, apparently not. No, so, okay, there we go. Yes, apparently I should have flown up this way. There we go. Perfect. Okay, that's one out of the 3. Well, I mean, I got 4 technically, but... that's where we are. Okay. I will avoid that then. I don't really feel like dealing with that right now. That would be the Alliance capital for the expansion. I'm good. The Horde was in Zoldazar. Alliance is out here. So, yeah, no, I am good. Okay, but so let me back up. Oh. moving over to Draftfire. I don't want to go too far. I need to go this way. A little bit of a weird way to set up the zone, but oh well, what do you do? That's first. One. Alright, and up we go. Or this, I think that should be it. At least for Tears Guard Down. Oh, Tear Guard Down. My bad. No S there. Here we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright. Now we can run over, grab Jesfire. Okay, Jesfire is the only one we have left. So, at least that'll make it nice and quick. We can grab our achievements, we can grab our title. I mean, like, yeah, to be fair, if I would have actually had a chance to play a lot of this when it was actually, like, current, I wouldn't have to do so much of this, like, catch-up stuff later kind of thing. But the unfortunate part about playing on and off for so long, there's some stuff I remember I was actually playing for. And then there's some stuff that I missed completely. Right, like, it just kind of, it depends. Okay. That should be top. We should be able to head down. I think this area will probably feel in a little bit nicer than a couple of the other ones did. Okay. should basically just have to go up the other side here, and we should be done. Okay, yeah, really the only other one to do is Midnight, and well, we don't have those areas yet. Unless they put them in the pre-patch for us, that we haven't seen anything. Okay, fine. Should be down here in a minute. Here we go. Maintain, defer. That's our BFA. That's our universal. That is our title. Titles. Explorer. There we go. Perfect. Okay. I definitely went a little bit quicker than I thought it was going to, but that's okay. I can't really complain with that. So to the mountain front, we need to go to Hyjal, so we need to go back to Orgmar. And then we can fly up from there. Firestone! Yeah. What's up? What time is it? Oh, crap. How long have we been? Oh, crap, alright. Well, I guess, yeah, we're in for a good 45 minutes at the start. Was just a little help with that. I was definitely not expecting to have that long. But that is okay. Yeah, Hyjal's, yeah, right here. And I'm pretty sure if I remember, I think there's even a couple in Hyjal to look for. There's also a couple in Northrend I want to go take a look for too. But we'll do this one first. And I'm gonna make it easy, and we're just gonna take the Flight Master. Because, yeah, now let's see how far in we are. I'm gonna let everyone get up and go for a break before we decide to go and jump into the Molten Front. So I'm gonna set this. Probably I want to try something here real quick. Is this gonna work right now? Is it gonna actually work? I think it worked. It did work. Oh, wow. I didn't think that would actually be working again. Sweet. Okay. You know what? It's good enough song to leave it on. I'm gonna set this, get him flying, and then I'm gonna let everyone up, go for a break time here. For anyone new around, I guess I should probably explain a little bit. Every somewhere between an hour and a half to 2 hours, usually I like to do a little 5-10 minute break to give everyone a chance to get up, get out of the chair, grab a drink, bathroom break, grab something to eat if you want, or if you're like me and you're a smoker, perfect chance to go for a smoke. But yeah, this is definitely not a just for me kind of thing. Like, this is tailored a little bit more towards people who prefer to sit at the PC, yes, but it is for everyone, right? So it's a chance to get up, move around, stretch, right? Like, I know how often we're usually sitting here and we stay confined to one space, right? So that's the whole reason I do a break time. So just in case anyone's ever curious, that's why. But yeah, I'm gonna basically swap our scene over, turn the music back up for everyone a little bit, and then I will see everyone in about 5-ish minutes, maybe a little closer to 10, depending. So, yeah, I'll set this, and I'll see everyone shortly. Okay, alright. That's back, everyone. Hope everyone had a good break. Got some stuff done if you need to do. Alright. Let's get us jumped back in here. And we will run into the molten front. And we'll find ourselves, hopefully, a kitty cat. And we just gotta remember where the fuck. I think it's up over here. It might not be entirely right, so don't quote me on it, but we'll find out. Add one over Fireland. Go. That's another one we could probably go for, Vincent. That should be the portal right there. Firelands. Oh yeah, that should take us to the molten front. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if I remember right, it should be just a run up the ledge. Which is probably is gonna hurt a little bit, but you know what? Not a big deal. We should probably dismiss these guys first, too. Okay, now if I remember right, it's just a matter of run up the ledge. And right over here, there's supposed to be... Oh. I think we might have missed the spawn. I think sitting on like this one or this one. You'll come in and there should either be like a crab or a cat sitting here that you can tame. But apparently, we have missed the spawn, so... Not happening right now. Yeah, apparently the fire just don't do anything anymore. It used to actually hurt you when you were going up. Okay. Well, so much for that then. Trying to remember. Cause I'm pretty sure right up here in the regrowth, there is supposed to be a rare that spawns or something. I do also want to go up and check Shalazar too. But at least the nice thing. There's a fight master over here. I know my flying might be a little faster, but I'm not too worried about it. Not to mention, it's kind of nice to be able to just sit back, relax, let it do its thing, let it fly, and then like I can sit here and yap if I want, or if it gives me an opportunity to actually like relax for a second and take a sip of coffee. Okay. Alright, like, good time, you know, sit, regroup yourself, everything else. get ready. Also gives decent chance to actually, you know, like pull up extra websites if you need to. One big one I find that is really helpful, especially when it comes to pets and a whole bunch of other stuff, is Petopia. It's like, if you're looking for hunter pets, like, this is the freaking site for you. Like, it has everything. Every class of pets, all the different skins, families, everything. Like, if you're looking for a certain thing, you can find it. Like, for example, I'll actually switch this over here for a second so I can show you. Switch over to our YouTube scene. But yeah, like, then they've got stuff for pre-patch, all the pet families. So like I said, whatever you're looking for, from like a wolf to a basilisk or a bear or like a devilsaur, lizards, mammoths, raptors, ravagers, mechanical, like literally any pet you can get in game. Plus, you know, all the other ones, like skilled pet families that you need, like the extra like tomes and stuff to learn. All the exotic ones that are like Beastmaster Hunter only. Like, say if I want to go look for a Spirit Beast, which is actually, I'm pretty sure what we're doing. But yeah, like, it gives you a list of all tameable models, and then there's unattainable or unavailable ones, so it even shows you those. Right, and then you can just go through and, like, look and see what you want, and... Oh, excuse me. Like, take the Spirit Raptor, for example. It's gone. I went and tamed him not that long ago. The actual Mana Sabers in Saramar. Spectral Tigers. Yeah, I thought so. Mount Hydro. Mount Hydro. So yeah, there is two. There's this one, Shalazar. This one is a favorite among a lot of people. I am horrible with names. I can never actually get his name, but he is definitely a very popular spirit beast. And I mean, I get it. I absolutely see why. But yeah, basically, like, you go in, you find it. If you find one or go into one that has like multiple different variations, like we go to like the blue. Okay, never mind, it's just the one. Let's use this one for example. Right. If there's more than one spot you can get it, it actually lists all spots. And then if there's even like matching companions or mounts, it'll list those too. Right, so like if you want a full set kind of thing. But yeah, Petopia is definitely the place to go if you're looking for a pet. And then yeah, once you find one, you can just literally click on this little guy right here. And this pulls up Wowhead. And it actually shows you like on the map where they spawn. And right. So like if we go into Shalazar and we go to these spots, there's a chance we will find the cat we're looking for. And then right, you click on it, zoom it in, and then like it'll actually show you. Right, so one thing to do usually is to take this, kind of leave this up, and then you flip back to your game. So it's still up, you can still get to it. Alright, so you still know where you have to go, but you can actually just keep going, doing what you're doing. But since we need to go to Shalazar for him, Gotta love main cities. It's the one disadvantage to main cities having lots of people. They don't tend to run as good. So, usually the faster you can get in and get out, sometimes the better. Like, I know before I got the computer I have now, I definitely had days where, like, I'd go in and try and do something, and it's like, okay, I need to get, like, out of, like, the main capital, right? Like, away from everyone, and then I can start doing stuff. So, like, I would actually go to, like, different cities to use, like, the auction or stuff like that. Um, just so I didn't have to deal with all of it, trying to run and the lag and like stuff like this isn't quite so bad just because there isn't as many people, right? Like even if you go to like just a different big city, like instead of sitting in Orgrimmar trying to do stuff and dealing with lag, you could take a quick little trip over to like Thunderbluff, still have all of your main stuff, right? But it would be... Oh, great, he's in the middle in Wrath. Like, you'd still have your main stuff, like your auction house, your trainers, your vendors, right, all your stuff like that. But with it being a little bit less popular city, it's a lot easier, and it would run a lot better. Just because, right, you don't have as many people. That's one reason, like, we take Dalaran, for example, where I just left. They were going to make Crystalsong Forest, right, the zone under here, an actual, like, playthrough zone and everything. But they didn't because of Dalaran. Because Dalaran's right here, and you have that many people right there, and then trying to have a whole bunch of people underneath questing, it couldn't take it, so... That's why there's actually, like, not much of anything in Crystalsong, like, quest-wise. Like, I think there's technically 2, and I think they're both counted as, like, Icecrown quests. Something like that. Because, yeah, if they wanted to try and have a whole bunch of people questing, with a whole crap load of people in the capital for the expansion, yeah, it just was a recipe for disaster. So, you find some spots like that. Not very often. I think Dalaran and Crystalsong is like one of the very, very few. Sorry, it's good. Okay. I know I need to come back up here and do some mining and stuff at some point. Especially if I'm gonna make more frickin' mechano hogs. Like the cobalt bolts aren't too bad. Like I could probably run like Ulduar or something. Grab a few of the engineering bosses, loot them, and probably be okay with that. The Arctic Fur I'll probably have to buy. Titan Steel I can technically make. We're in control right now? I'm past it, aren't I? Oh. I was gonna say that'd be like perfect opportunity to run the Vault of Archivon, but I'm pretty sure I actually have. Gormammoth, yeah. And I have, okay. Oh, right, no, I got him from the event, just like the, Cloud Serpent. Right. Can you remind? I got so used to having to try and remember to run Vault of Archivon that's like, oh, crap, we're actually in control, I can run it. But, no, I don't need to do it anymore. We're good. But, you know, as I was saying, Under mining, northern end. I can make Titan steel. It's just a matter of having all this. And then those. Right, and then I can smelt that so I can make that. Which I already have frickin' 53 bars. So yeah, the cobalt and the Arctic fur I'm not too worried about. The titanium's gonna be a little bit of a pain. But that's okay. I think one of the best ways to do it, because I'm pretty sure they were all mostly outer. Let's find out real quick. Okay, yeah, so for the most part, it's around the edge, except for one little spot. So that's not bad. Alright, so I'll just fly over this way. The one spot's like right here, and then there's another spot like right out here. And especially without having add-ons, it's definitely well, I think I found spawn points. Okay. Like I said, very, very popular pet. Like, even just about 20 years later, people are still sitting at the spawn point waiting for it. And yeah, there's definitely sometimes a collaboration event. Is you usually get people, it's like, if anyone tames it, let us know, just in case. The way they know if they have to, if they're waiting for a respawn or not. So there's a certain spawn timer he's got, like once he's tamed or killed, he has so many hours or whatever before he has a chance to spawn, and then it's the chance. So we will see. I'm not even expecting to actually find him, so I more just wanted to like come out and take a look. Although something is, yeah, I didn't think so. My jack beast, please. I knew something wasn't right. I knew I was missing something. So at least with this, I can hover over and I can check, right? And then like if the name pops up, it's like, oh crap, like. Plus it also gives you a chance to look and see what else is here. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure I can't tame a Thresher or anything like that, so. But at least you know they're here. And you know what? While we're here. do a little bit of mining, because extra Serenite is not a bad thing. And then I can also grab some lumber here, which this is going to be used for, I'm pretty sure housing and stuff like that. So it's definitely not a bad thing to grab on your journeys. Okay, that was my bad. I landed on him. What? Oh. I didn't even know that was a thing. There's a named tiger out here. Knew it? Win it. Kind of what I'm after is the named ones, the little bit rarer ones, so... Damn it, it's not quite the cat I was looking for. But I will take it. Dead Saber. It's just the normal ones, right? Oh yeah, okay. Rhino, Jet Saber. Saber, Rhino. Yeah, I ain't finding cat I'm looking for at all. I might have to go do a little look on Curseforge and go see if I can find an add-on for the rare spawns. King Crocodile, Rhino, Jet Saber. And then there's supposed to be another one right in over here or something. Supposed to be. According to friggin' Bowhead at least. Is there actually? I'm not too sure. I mean, with there being Jet Sabers, like, I could see it. Just means we might have to, do a quick little run back to Mount Hyjal and go see if those other two have spawned. I suppose I probably could check, see if I have them too. Like, that would probably be a good idea. Alright, so in that case, we will do a quick little hearth here again. It's so nice having Hearthstone. You can just freaking go do something, pop right back. Go do something, pop right back to go do something else. It's so nice.
Loktar.
Head out for Sanctuary. Let the game catch up here for a second. Okay, there we go. Alright, take a quick look at this. Yeah, it's getting there, okay. Not too worried about that, it can just do its thing. Take a quick look at the map here for a second. Yeah, I thought so. They literally run around along the regrowth. That's what I thought. Retains the original name of taming, runs very fast. Remove armor to survive tame. That or we could probably get away with freezing it. That could work too. So, we'll have to give that a try. See if that does anything. If not, and if it does frickin' kill me, because that's part of the gimmick with these cats, is, basically the amount of armor you have, they just kinda, like, negate armor. Something along those lines. But, kinda, the more you have, the harder they hit, so you get rid of all your armor, they don't hit very hard at all. But, we will see. One nice thing about having a freezing trap is I just place it down in front of me, in line, right? So they run into that before they frickin' get to me. Or even if I just drop it right in front of me, right? And once they get to me, then it frees. And it should hold long enough to complete the tame. I mean, it's not like we're trying to tame pets like we were back in, like, Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King, where, look at, the cast time for taming was, like, 20 seconds or something. Like, you actually had to sit there for, like, 20 seconds, 30 seconds for it to frickin' tame. And then, of course, at one point, when they brought, like, glyphs and stuff out, they had glyphs so you could frickin', like, shorten the duration of the cast, or, right? we'll do a little fly over the regrowth here. And we'll just see if we see any cats or anything. Yes, they're supposed to be literally like just running the whole freaking thing, kind of. And I think depending on where you are, you could probably, I think, sit in one spot and literally just wait for them to basically run to you. But I don't quite remember. Okay. And I do kind of wish I still had my multi-shot. It's not having my multi-shot is kind of a pain. Like, especially if you want to hit the point of, like, clear something out, or... Like, I could pull pretty much all this into a group, but I wouldn't be able to really do anything, because I'd have to hit them all one at a time. Come on, up the rock. There we go. But yeah, as for how long the respawn is, I'm not actually sure. I'm kind of just hoping we'll maybe get lucky, and as we're doing a little bit of running around, maybe we'll find one of them. Because I do believe, if I remember it, they both... Like, they're two different colored cats, but they both run the same path. And freaking... I think if one spawns, the other one doesn't, right? Like, I think they're alternating respawn kind of thing. But yeah, I'm pretty much just turn around, grab some lumber, grab some ore and such, because, well, why not? We're here. And then... if it pops up, pops up. Just keep checking the black dots and wait till one of them shows up with an actual name. But yeah, as for how far we're gonna actually have to go, I'm not too sure. And then, yeah, of course, there's this guy. Here's another one. He's a bit more of a pain to tame, though, and get to. 'Cause if you don't do it right and basically land right where they are, you ain't gonna reach. He'll be too far. He'll lose basically he'll lose his aggro. He'll run away again. Right, like the tether distance from his normal spot is too far. It'd be nice to know where the actual like starting spawn point is. Just so I could see, right? Like, would it be easier to like sit like at this spot or maybe this spot? Because yeah, basically when you look on my, it's just like a line of dots. And that's like, yeah, that's right. That is their path. But which one's the first one? Like, which end does it start on? But yeah, there's definitely like add-ons for it that make it a lot easier. Like it'll pop up, make a sound and stuff when like a rare mob or something you're looking for pops up, and it's like, hey, here you go, right here. So might have to do some looking. Might have to pick up one of those. Because yeah, when you gotta kind of go and do this the old-fashioned way, it's a little bit of a pain. Cause yeah, the path is like here, kind of thing. I mean, I'll go take a friggin' short little fly of it again. You know, just in case it would spawn like over here. But don't think so. Yeah, and I'm not sure if it'll actually spawn like this far up either. It's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about going in here either. 'Cause, I mean, I imagine he'll be in here. Should be. Or not. He might just be on a respawn right now. But I do believe Terrapine should actually be here walking around the lava somewhere. He's basically like a magma turtle. Yeah, usually he spawns like down in here kind of thing. Or is it back here? Maybe, oh. Golems, golems, golems. There should be a Like, I know there's more than one spot to get a fire turtle. Like a magma turtle. But there should be an actual, like, named one here. I'm not too sure. I have no idea. Cause yeah, I'm pretty sure he was walking around in here. Cause yeah, he's not in the molten front. Okay, reviewing results of those. Now is it gonna remove it? No, it's not. Sweet. Okay. So we got to look for those then. That's good. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure there is. And I can't. Right. Ragnaros drops one. And Alice Razor drops one. And there's also mana or achievement. Right. Cataclysm. Just Indian raids. Okay. Dragon Soul Ice Crown. Ice Crown. Firelands. That's what I was looking for. Right. That's what I... Right. I need another person for that one. Once I do that, we have the achievement. We're good. Alright. I'm debating on running Firelands real quick, but like I said, not having a multi-shot kind of puts a hindrance on it. And like there's... I got like nothing talent-wise for it. So, we'll have to wait and see what Midnight does. Because, yeah, if they, change it up a little bit. I'm kind of hoping they do give it back at some point. Because, well, that would be just nice. To be able to have an AoE that actually hits multiple targets. Just trying to think here. Thinking we'll probably go do one more fly over here. You know, just in case, because you never freaking know. Pretty much just looking for a red dot that's not a Spirit of Malorn. That's about it. And we are not finding one. So, I think we'll probably have to hold off on that one. I'll come in at some other point, and I'll see if either of them have spawned or anything. But I don't think we're finding them today. unfortunately. Which kind of sucks. I was hoping to find some and add to the pet collection today, but if not, it's not a big deal. I'm not too worried about it. Excuse me. Oh. It's alright. I was actually thinking about calling it soon anyway. We are starting to get to that point. And I've got a couple things that I've got to do around the house, like laundry and all the fun crap, so I will probably... Well, I mean, we already did the Explorer, so we don't got to worry about that. I'm thinking there ain't too much left. Just need... I think really the only thing I can think of right now that we could do that's somewhat up-to-date content, right, like newer stuff, would be, I think the weeklies should be back up. I haven't actually gone back out to the Twilight Islands yet, so well, we can go check on those and see if they're up or not. Yeah, I don't... Oh, right. Do it once and the friggin' thing's gone. Right. So if I want to get back out there, I need to go up and use the portal over here. Yeah. Twilight Islands. And I know it's not going to put us in the right spots. We're going to have to fly down. But the world quests and other stuff should be up, so we should be able to get that done, get a little bit more of the stuff there. Oh, that's someone's mount. I was like, what is that? Never mind. And I was right. Is it just the one, though?
What is it?
No, he's got two. Okay.
Do not squander resources.
Conquest or defeat the rares.
For Quel'Thalas.
Oh, defeat 3 rares. So, yeah, you kind of do that one as you do this one, right? If you do it by rares. But nice thing is basically you can just run around, do the quests, go kill a few rares, and that's about it. That's all you really need to do.
The Twilight Blade have returned to mine the Elementium depths. Do not let them keep what they find.
Oh, you're just gonna walk back? Got it already, probably? Okay. Just run around and click some of this and take care of some Twilight Blade. Oh, nice. They even... Okay. That's not bad. they drop it, plus you find it. No, it's not too bad at all. Means getting it should be decently easy. Okay, we're gonna zoom in a little bit here. Okay, yeah, so even if someone else takes it, it won't actually. Okay. Oh, it'd be odd. Okay, whoop. Just about there. Probably take out the miner here, grab the one pile, and I think we should be good. Oh yeah,
Perhaps we can recruit
perfect.
these materials. I'll pass them along.
Alright, now that's dealt with. Oh, of course. Apparently I was the only one that decided to actually go that far down. That's okay. Just take a here. Completely different spot, but you know what? That's okay. Actually, no, it's not. Never mind. I'm losing my crap. Where is... Alright. Let's try and go finish this real quick. Oh, there's even a couple. Actually, that might be a little bit better. Because we can. Oh. Okay, alright. So that works out.
The remnants of the Twilight's hammer are smuggling in voided fumes of supplies. See that they do not arrive.
Terry, hang on. Hang on. Oh. Come on, there we go. Ish. Somewhat. The worst part is that, oh yeah, there's people here. Okay. Flagging out a little bit here. Jesus. Yeah, definitely a bit laggy once you start getting a few people in here. It works. You get the rares done, so you get part of the one quest, and then you got... Actually, the rares go for both quests, so you do 4 rares, plus the 4 world quests, that's basically both quests done. And then you turn that in and get more insignias, plus you get the insignias from doing rares, and then the world quests. Yeah. basically it'll be this, and then I gotta run down and take the truck down, so that is the way home. So when we do that, Mom says she should be out by 5. So depending on how long this takes, we might have to finish this up either next time, or I might just finish it off stream. Because, yeah, I'll probably be ending close to about 5 o'clock, right around the 3-hour mark, probably. So, at least that gives me time. I can friggin' start the truck again to warm up, and then we can do all of our stuff and raid out and, you know, the fun stuff. And then, yeah, depending on what all I've got here to do, right? Okay, we're gonna get rid of that one. Don't need it. Apparently my pet is dead for some reason. Okay, so I'll do quick revive. And I'll swap in for Hydra. Yeah, quick hunter's mark, and then we just on freeload. I mean, it's not bad. Like, I don't quite mind the new rotation. It is a little weird, though, being it is smaller than the last one. But it's not... Holy crap. It goes through pets like nothing. Like, my pet was at full health when he frickin' went in there, like... Damn. Alright, do a quick revive here. Step going again. Step going again. Quick survival of the fittest. Hopefully keep some freaking health. There we go. Okay. So that's those. There's another one down here. Oop. Yeah, you can definitely tell, especially when it comes to like little event things like this. The frickin' a lot of it is people basically just fly from one straight to the other. And you just basically fly one boss to the other. Do probably a couple of the quests along the way. Oh, pet's actually doing better this time. I'm actually taking a little bit of damage though. Oh, I got achievement progress for that one. Sweet. Because, yeah, there's actually like 20 some freaking different bosses that you can kill for one of the achievements. Alright, so that's 10-2. Yeah, I could probably work in a little frickin' world quest here really quick. Before we end for the day. Oh, it's not gonna... Oh, sweet. Okay. Let you deal with the pets. Oh, that works. Sweet. Okay, so it supplies pretty much anything then, I guess. And it's nice and compact. They definitely made this one nice and easy for you. Nice and quick. Like, it's been literally like a minute and I'm basically done. Eight, and that's it.
From rearming will keep them on the run.
Get to the Baron's place, that's killing ogres. Where's the boss? Let's go take care of the boss real quick. Take care of the boss. And then do the 2 world quests, and that's done.
These cultists want a firefight. We can oblige them. Destroy their incendiary stockpiles and drive them away.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we're loading in a little bit. Yeah. Oh, come up. Oh, okay, come on, come on. Getting a little bit of a spike there. There's definitely a lot going on. Like, it's kind of like raids. Once you start get going and you get everyone going in and actually, like, hitting spells, cooldowns, everything. You freaking... the amount of effects and stuff. It definitely... like, you definitely notice it. Okay, bush. We're gonna pop one of these. That way everyone gets a little bit more attack power and such. I'll say though, they definitely did do pretty decent at giving some of these bosses some decent freaking health. Like, Jesus. There we go. That one's actually freaking usable. Sweet. Okay, what's the wrong quest here? Okay, well, I don't think it's gonna quite work since there was a boss here. Okay. We're just gonna go run back down over to the little area here with everyone else. And then,
Twilight Blade aims to recruit ogre brutes. Plant banners among them and sway them to our side.
and a little bit. We'll be back. And we'll come up, sit over here, back basically in the group where everyone is, and then I'll shut down, we'll raid out, and call her for a day. Cause yeah, I gotta start the truck and get that taken down here, so I will probably end up doing those 2 world quests off stream. And I mean, that's literally just kill 6 ogres, plant 6 banners, and kill some Twilight Forces and detonate some barrels. So I'm not too worried about having that completely on stream and everything. So, and that'll literally just finish off the quests. And it's basically you just get insignias. Well, you got stuff you can buy from a whole bunch of armor stuff to like a few companions, mounts, plus some other stuff. So that's all it really is. But yeah, so with that, I'm gonna flip us over here while I quickly shut this down. Because unfortunately, it likes to freeze on me if I try and raid out and then shut everything down after. So, we'll get some stuff set up here. Second. Alright. Okay, this one, and here. I am right. Oh. I'm not actually sure if we will be able to raid out. I'm not sure what some people's sayings are at. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. I do prefer to raid out, but if we can't raid out, that's not that horrible of a deal. I'm not worried about it. So, we'll just say screw it. We'll end. Not worry about raiding out. So, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna flip us over to our actual thing here. Alright, guys. I'd like to thank everyone for coming. Thanks to everyone who stopped by. It's greatly appreciated. Like I've said before, we are on the road to affiliate, so any follows, everything else is also very much greatly appreciated. I will be back on Monday afternoon, unless something happens, like maybe I get a job or something. You never know. If something happens or plans change, I'll let people know, whether it be on like TikTok or Instagram, something. But if there's nothing, no changes coming, it should be Monday afternoon, 2 p.m. Mountain Time for us, because of course, I'm in Canada, right? And so, but anyways, I hope everyone has a good day or night or evening wherever you are.